Would you like to know your future?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the most notable Simpsons predictions that never came to fruition.
Oh, what a bleak, horrible future we live in!
Don't you mean present?
Right, present.
Number 10, Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge.
Where have you seen Roman numerals before? I know. Rocky V. That was the fifth one. So Rocky 5 plus Rocky 2 equals Rocky 7.
We never really expected a Rocky movie called Adrian's Revenge, but hey, you never know. The episode Lemon of Troy was released in May of 1995 after the Rocky series had seemingly ended with Rocky 5.
Look at this, I've been running up and down these steps for 20 years, and I never knew there was valuable pictures in this building,
And while maybe The Simpsons wasn't right about Adrian's Revenge, they were right that more Rocky movies were coming, so points for that, we suppose. There would indeed be a seventh film in the series, and it came out in 2015 in the form of Creed. Unfortunately, Adrian was not part of the story, as she died of cancer between the events of Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa.
I could have done nothing without you. Yo, Adrian, we did it.
Number 9, Splitsville for Delta Burke and Major Dad.
Princess Opal?
I see nothing here, but I'm afraid it's Splitsville for Delta Burke and Major Dad.
But they seem so happy.
Skinner is missing, so Chief Wiggum consults the help of a psychic. She is utterly useless at finding the missing principal, but she does make one startling prediction, that Delta Burke and Major Dad will be breaking up. The Major Dad in this case refers to Gerald McRaney, the actor who starred as the titular character. Burke and McRaney have been married since 1989, and this episode aired in 1991. So there's been plenty of time for the couple to enter Splitsville. But as of 2024, they're still happily married. Wow, this psychic really does suck.
Willie Nelson will astound his fans by swimming the English Channel.
Really? Willie Nelson?
Number 8, Video Wall Phones.
Now we'll see what the future holds.
Lisa's wedding is a gold mine for future predictions. That's because, weirdly enough, we've already passed the future that it was predicting. Yep, the episode aired in 1995, and it was envisioning the fancy-sounding year of 2010. There are a bunch of unique details scattered throughout, with a standout being the video phone in the Simpsons kitchen.
I gotta call everyone and tell them the good news. Maggie, I need to use the phone.
We never watch it in action, thanks Maggie, but the implication is that you can see the person you are talking to. Pretty fancy. Only we skip the wall altogether and put the video phones in our pockets. It's one of the rare cases where our future is actually cooler than what was predicted.
Will that girl ever shut up?
Number 7, Smell You Later replaces Goodbye.
I can't believe Smell You Later replaced Goodbye.
Smell you later!
Smell you later.
Like Lisa's wedding, Bart to the Future is set in, well, you can probably guess. This one goes even farther into the future, taking place in 2030. In this weird alternate timeline, Smell You Later has replaced the standard goodbye for whatever reason.
Hey, Dingus, your band can play at my club tonight,
Yes!
but I can only pay you in popcorn shrimp. Smell you later.
Thankfully, this has not happened. Granted, this episode takes place in 2030, so we still have a number of years to adopt Smell You Later into our everyday vernacular. But something tells us that isn't going to happen. In fact, this joke is quite dated, as Smell You Later was very common in the late 90s and early 2000s, but is hardly said anymore, let alone in 2030.
Now we've got no home, no money, and our band's going nowhere, and it's all your fault. Smell you later, Bart. Smell you later forever.
Number 6, Cryogenic Freezing.
He froze himself because he was sick and there was no cure.
Are they working on one?
Oh, they found it, but don't tell him. This is way cheaper than a nursing home.
There are a number of jokes and storylines revolving around cryogenic freezing. In 2041, Springfield has its own cryogenic facility, which is where Homer has been storing Abe. A number of other citizens can also be spotted in the facility, including Superintendent Chalmers, Jasper Beardsley, and Agnes Skinner. Sure, 2041 is still far in the future, so there's still time for this technology to come around.
Dad, these are your great-grandsons.
I don't see what's great about them. And Homer, you're still a big disappointment because
See you next Christmas.
But in Lisa's Wedding, Smithers can be seen talking to a frozen Burns, and that episode takes place in 2010, so the tech should have been here by now. Alas, the field of cryogenic preservation is still in its infancy, and its integration into everyday life is still a long, long way away.
Oh, Mr. Burns, we'll thaw you out the second they discover the cure for 17 stab wounds in the back.
Number 5. Laser surgery makes your eyes fall out.
Flanders is a soft touch. He'll give us the money for sure.
Jesus, is that you?
As a concept, laser eye surgery is probably one of the scariest things that humans have invented. Seriously, never watch this operation. We don't care how safe it is, and while there are a number of complications that can occur, your eyes falling out is luckily not one of them. That's what happens to poor Flanders, who tells future Bart that your eyes will fall out at the 10-year mark.
I never should have had that trendy laser surgery. Oh, it was great at first, but, at the 10-year mark, your eyes fall out.
This episode was released in 2000, only 1 year after the FDA approved LASIK. So these types of irrational fears were still common. Also, laser surgery is hardly trendy these days, despite what Flanders says. In fact, interest in this operation seems to be declining.
Help me help myself.
Oh, all right. But only because you haven't outed Rod and Todd.
Number 4. Digital Big Ben. If you ask someone to name an English landmark, chances are they'll say Big Ben.
The tower is very well known as Big Ben, but the actual name is the Elizabeth Tower, and Big Ben is the name of the largest bell that we have up in the belfry, and that is one of 5. So Big Ben, and then we have 4 quarter bells which ring out the Westminster chimes.
The iconic clock tower has been a cultural touchstone ever since it was completed in 1859, and it has remained largely unchanged ever since. It still uses the original mechanism and is adjusted with pennies. We get a brief glimpse of Big Ben in Lisa's Wedding, and its historic clock face has been replaced with digital numbers. We don't know who we have to thank for this, but this has not come to pass. In fact, the clock face underwent extensive maintenance beginning in 2017, ensuring that it will be around for generations to come.
It's now bare stone and gold faces, and that's what it looked like when it was originally done way back.
Number 3. Virtual reality food.
Ugh, this virtual fudge tastes like crap.
It's no surprise that virtual reality is becoming more and more common. And even though we are slowly entering the future, day by day, it's still not as exciting as the pop culture predictions. The Simpsons has made a number of virtual reality jokes to varying degrees of success and accuracy. In Bart to the Future, Homer and Marge are eating some less than satisfactory virtual reality fudge. We don't really know how this works, but apparently you just stick a tube into your mouth, insert the food cartridge of choice, and voila. And while this would make dinner a heck of a lot easier, we seem to be nowhere close to this level of technology. Thanks for getting our hopes up, Simpsons.
If I may ask, what makes this device so enchanting that you ignore the real world? Is there a milkmaid skipping rope?
Number 2. World War III.
Oh, an English boy, eh? We saved your ass in World War II.
Yeah, well, we saved your ass in World War III.
That's true.
If there's one Simpsons prediction we're super happy didn't come true, it's World War III. We return yet again to Lisa's Wedding with an older Homer talking to Hugh in Moe's tavern. Moe mentions that America saved England in World War II, to which Hugh claims that England saved America in World War III. No other details are given, but we really want to hear more about this World War III thing, because, as you all know, it's entirely fictional. Luckily, 2010 came and went without so much as a hint of it. The show had us going for a second there.
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. first female president.
Now, in conclusion, my administration will focus on the 3 R's: reading, writing, and refilling the ocean. Thank you very much.
Everyone knew that Lisa was destined for great things, and apparently that great thing was becoming president of the United States. Alas, America has still yet to vote a female into office. It had 2 chances, once in 2016 and again in 2024, but both times it chose to elect Donald Trump instead. They certainly tried to make this prediction a reality, with Kamala Harris even wearing Lisa's outfit. But the universe had other ideas.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
Yes, this episode takes place in 2030, so there's still time to elect a female president and make the prediction come true. However, it's mentioned that Lisa is the first straight female president of the United States, implying that there was another one before her.
Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president.
Are there any other predictions that The Simpsons didn't quite nail? Let us know in the comments below.
Sorry, I don't believe in fortune-telling. I should go.
What's your hurry? Bart, Maggie, and Marge are at the joust, and Homer is heckling the puppet show.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.